In this learning station, we'll be talking about coding. Now, coding at the high school level, of course, would be like in computer science class where you're using Java or Python or C++, something like that. For our purposes, though, we're going to start very simple. Something that can easily be done in kindergarten, first grade, where they're learning about computational thinking. So we're going to be using a program called ScratchJr. Now, ScratchJr is a very easy program, probably kindergarten through second or third grade-ish, and then they can move to Scratch. And from Scratch, they could go up through probably junior high area, and then if they were familiar with it, then they could toggle over to maybe JavaScript or Python. So with ScratchJr, we're going to be creating just a real quick program. You'll also see at your table some B-bots. They look kind of like bumblebees, and those are what we might introduce before doing ScratchJr, where it's helping kids understand that if I push a certain button, it has a certain cause on the robot. So if I push forward 2 times, it's going to make it go forward 2 times. So still taking that computational thinking and trying to make something that's very abstract more concrete for students. You're welcome to play with the B-bots for a bit if you want, or play with them while other people are using an iPad, unless you want to download ScratchJr. So on ScratchJr, I'm going to tap on the home icon there. And for my projects, I'm going to tap on the plus sign to start a new one. And in your screen here, you'll see that the main area on the top part is kind of the play area. That is where you're going to see your program take effect. Down the bottom half of the screen is where you're actually going to do the programming. Instead of using words, we're going to be using icons and pictures. So it's kind of a representation of the words that as we go further along or get older, as we go up into elementary school, then we'd switch over 3rd, 4th, 5th grade to using words instead of just pictures. But this is block programming. So on my screen there, I'm going to tap and hold that our kitten, our cat, and I'm just going to move him to one side. And I'm going to make him move across the screen, and I can make him turn and do several different things. Let's take a look at the programming blocks that are down here on about middle of the screen there. On the left hand side, there's a yellow button. I'm just going to tap on it, and you'll see that it has these are buttons that would come ideally at the beginning of a program. Now with young students, it's not critical that they start with this, but for proper programming, we do want to start with a proper beginning and ending of the structure. For our purposes today, we're not really worried about this beginning or the red ending structures. We're just going to be worried more about the play and the record and a couple other things. So tap on the blue motion icon that looks like the arrow, and you can see that there are different puzzle pieces. There we go, different puzzle pieces that we can drag down. So I'm going to tap on one and drag it down below. And now when I tap on that strip of puzzle pieces that I've dragged down, and right now I only have one in that strip, but when I tap on it, you'll see my cat move one space. Now I can drag down multiples of this, and you can see it's going to move right. In this case, it'll be moved right 3 spaces. Or what I can do is, and once the kids do this a lot, then we'd kind of share with them a shortcut. I'm going to tear off the end pieces and get rid of them. And on the one piece there, I'm just going to tap on the number. You'll notice it looks like a little calculator keypad, shows up a number keypad, and I'm going to type the number 3. And now it does 3 steps, 3 going right. Of course, I can always drag down other ones and make a sequence, putting in any number that I would like. And then I can also make him turn. If I want to move down one of the turn, these turns are going to be at about 15-degree increments. So I think if you do 12 there, it makes a full 360. So I'm going to tap on the beginning of that, and it's going to make him do what you want. So let me tap on it again. Now you notice that there's an issue. As we're doing our program, he seems to be ending up in different areas and not exactly where we wanted to start. So that's not really what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep doing this until I get him back in that initial position. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down this one that means go home. And what that one does is after it goes through the play, the strip of commands, it'll put him back at the beginning of the storyboard area where he was. So instead of leaving him off, possibly halfway off the screen or up near the top. So I'm just going to tap there, it'll go up, and then it bounces back down. Now if I come over to the orange buttons, you'll see that there's a timer, so I can wait for so many seconds. There's a pause button. You can use either of those. So let me pull down this timer. I'm just going to drag and drop it between those two. I don't want to do 10 seconds. We'll do 3. And if I want to do the speaker icon, you can see I can make a pop sound, or I can click the record the microphone and drag it down. It's going to let me record something. This is a test, testing 1, 2, 3. So I could be giving instructions, telling vocabulary, giving a definition, or maybe there's a picture of a cell that's dividing in the background, and I'm telling about how cells divide as we go through the programming. So if I want to use that recording, I would just drag that one. Notice it says a little 1 there. If I record again, it'll say number 2, and it'll continue. And then the purple puzzle pieces or blocks, you can have it say the word, you can have it show the word, or you can make it grow larger or smaller, or hide and reveal itself. So play with a couple of those. Cause your cat to interact with the screen. You can tap on the very top where it shows the photo icon next to the ABC, and you can pull in different settings. So if there's a particular setting, or you can pull in a photo from your camera roll. And then over on the left hand side, you'll notice there's a plus sign below your cat. That means you can also add other characters or images that are going to interact, that you're going to program to interact on your stage. Alright, so for this I want you to spend about 5 or 10 minutes playing with a program, ScratchJr, and then I want you to spend a few minutes researching computational thinking through elementary school, or you could do computer science, K through 12. What we're looking for is how can programming be used in school or in education. So this is programming, though it's very simplistic in its form. It's still programming. We're building important concepts for students to continue working on and building on and become more abstract as they get older.